to me, my mind always returns to the words he spoke in his later years. There were no path to follow that would serve me better, thus I walk that path, and I do not waver. As I reminisce here, I find all rather embarrassing, for I had judged the man unfairly, never truly understanding him. Except from The Last Night, Chapter 2, The Black Bride by Charlotte L. Wells. This is quite the broom. I've never seen such a deep fog. And I've heard the lake was large, but seeing it truly is believing. The distance from Orston to Harlech is quite staggering. Also, how is the audio? Is everything coming through okay, or do I need to turn it up? Boatman, how much farther to the island? Well, I'd reckon we're about the halfway point, give or take. Still, so far to go. Lake Orwell is not aptly named, thus more ocean than the lake. Haha, the name don't do it justice. I'd say, though, I might be surprised. Faring across such a pretty young thing here, and ye be studying at the Royal Academy to boot. Ah, you flatter me, sir. Harlech Island ain't all that big, but we can't take 2 steps without tripping over an ancient ruin. You say you're studying archaeology? Well, miss, you came to the right place. So, that fella your bodyguard or something? From his get-up, I'd say he's one of them knights. Rare breed these days. He is a North Sea Chancellor. We came from the same orphanage. North Sea, you say? Quite a pedigree. I hear the man's tested sort to claw against a lion before he rightly calls himself one of those. He is a top-class swordsman, to be sure. Although, the war did dampen his spirits a bit. The War of the Knights, eh? Yeah. Don't blame him. Fighting hard for king and country and all that once, every one of them gets the boot. No honor, no nothing. Just told to disband or they'll get hunted down. Kind of like East. A little bit more slower down, and it's like a lot like Dark Souls. Like they're criminals or something. Lost their livelihood, too. Minister got it all. Forced most of them to start working as mercenaries. Your fellow seems lucky to have ye. Still don't know what blazes Prime Minister Zordius was thinking. Yeah. This fog. Souping up on us, isn't it? Best keep a sharp eye. There may be something for ye out there. Truly? Do you think we'll be able to see it? Ah, you've heard about it, have ye? Of course. That's the main reason I've come. Should have guessed as much. You are quite a fascinating lass, after all. Ah, there it is, out yonder. Got a name for it around these parts. We call it the Strange Rock. Orwell's famous castle, Strange Rock. That's a big-ass castle. Very pretty. That intro, though. That was pretty epic. You got a great time coming here. You got a great time coming here when you did. Gas only shows itself when there's a mist hanging over the lake. Orwell's Castle, Strange Rocks, everybody around these parts knows about it. Good for tourism, I warned. Interesting. Pity it vanquished as quickly as it did, though. I would have liked to get a better look at it. Sorry, miss. We'd have no luck there. Darn thing always runs away when you get too close, all shy-like. Some say it's just a mirage, that there's an old trickster witch making it disappear. Either way, if ye come here long enough, ye get to see it again. Lots of times, too, I bet. Glad to hear it. And no talk of Strange Rock, complete without bringing up the legend of the sword. Too Long John. Too Long John? I'm not mistaken, it would translate from the old tongue as Dragon Slayer. My, what a glorious name for a sword. I'm surprised you're talking to me like that, because that's how I sound. Surprising scholarly lass like you don't already know about it. Legends say that the Dragon Slayer sleeps within the darkest depths of Strange Rock. And all the scuttlebutt, though, nobody even knows if this castle's real, much less the fancy-sounding sword. Still an ancient castle that only appears in the mist, and a holy sword that rests within, or therein. It's almost like a fairy tale. Just hearing about it makes my heart beat faster. Ha! Ye got spirit, miss. If you want to know more, talk to the locals. They got me beating all sorts of details. I certainly will. Thank you so much for all of you've done, kind sir. May your return be swift. My pleasure. Good luck out there. And be sure to take care now. Well, Dentoro, we made it. I suppose the first thing to do is to secure our lodgings, no? Alright then. Off we go. Hey, first step to our adventure, to unraveling the mystery around that particular old castle begins now. Come, we have no time to waste. Three years have passed since the War of the Knights. And with that struggle, the man whom I've loved as my brother back at the orphanage had suddenly lost his honor, his way, and he was adrift. I would not bear to see my brother in such a state, so I invited him to join me on this expedition. Looking back on it is truly the first step on an adventure. Neither of us had any inkling of the tribulations that would become. So here we are. That's not a bad room at all, really. Rather cozy, in fact. Should make an excellent base of operations. Which brings us to our mission here. We are the first explorers to uncover the mysteries of the castle's Strange Rock. Exciting, no? However, despite this fame, there is very little information about it. All we truly know, in fact, is that it appears that the lake where the mist all rolls in. That is why I think our best course of action is to explore the ruins scattered across this land. Between the ruins and any local legends we may happen upon, I'm certain we'll find some clue to aid our search. If we split up, we'll be able to cover more ground. Good luck, Dentaro. And if your bags feel a bit overloaded, feel free to leave some stuff here. I'll make sure to keep a close eye on things. Rest. Oops. I keep forgetting you have to press X. You rest and feel refreshed. There we go. We'll save it here. On number 4. It just makes it sensible and all that. Okay, you gotta press store and retrieve items. Tabs marked okay, yep. Okay. And the thing about this game too, it actually has a pretty nice little map up there in the top left. So it does help navigate, or help you navigate quite well. I can't remember if this game actually has any, like, you can click on objects and get hidden items. I'm going to try it anyway, though, because I can't remember. So it makes best for business, of course. How you doing? Are you departing, Sir Knight? Things be quite dangerous outside the gate, so be sure to take care now. Yes, ma'am. Alright. Get used to the controls again. Y is inventory. That's a cast. I remember B being cast. X is to execute, or attack in this case. Blessing the baby. And with that, the spiritual ceremony is complete. The card's guardian now rests safely within the child's body. Oh, my sweet one, isn't that wonderful? Lady Lace, thank you. Thank you so very much. It is of no consequence. I merely wish the child to grow up healthy in both body and mind, or mind and body. A newborn comes into this world lacking the guiding lantern of a guardian. She kicked that door right down. Should I get that door open? You are one of the trappings of a knight. What business do you have with the spirit sanctum? Searching for clues about this castle Strange Rock, you say? My sincere apologies, but there's been an incident in the ruins of the north, and no one may venture there until the investigation is concluded. Your search will have to wait, I'm afraid. Okay. Okay, about allocate points. When you have leveled up, you can allocate points you have earned your attributes in Spirit Sanctum. So this right here, as I was saying earlier, this game plays a lot like Dark Souls, because you have a lot of things like this here, which you can actually allocate your points. And yes, there's other games out there too that did this before Dark Souls, obviously, but this is where the similarities come into play. And also the game is kind of fucking hard in some points. Like, I'll emphasize that quite well. It's a great game. Okay. I think we should probably see if we can figure out a way to get outside and help. So you've come to look for the castle, have you? Well, best to give up, I'd say. It's not more than a trick of the eye. Look for what's not there, and all you'll got is time wasted. Newcomer to our fair town. Welcome, welcome to Harlech. You've come in on that boat, right? This island is amazing. Breeze coming off the lake feels great on the skin, doesn't it? This is a very big town, but I think you'll find all that has comforts of home. I hope very much you enjoy your stay here. I will. Thank you. Been about 10 years or so since the strange rock started showing itself on the lake. At first, it was just a hazy shadow hanging over the water, and people got to saying it was a ghost ship. Only came clear that the castle was about 2 or 3 years old. People started hearing bells around then, too. Alright, so... Gonna press and tap all the things. Always good to check. Okay, that's the merchant for... I got 20 gold. Let me see if I can actually help out there. Man was killed here yesterday, murdered just north of the Clover Ruins, and not by monsters, but his own kind. He was a tourist visiting the island, and everyone's still all shook up about it. There ain't no leads who did it. No one's going in that town right now until at least this investigation is complete. Or not until I get the okay. Oop. I keep doing that. There we go. Okay, I gotta remember who the hell I talked to here. You talked to some character. I think it was someone in... Nope, not there. Some damn freight lift's busted. Can't do any work until it's fixed. It was A to attack, my bad. So while I was out exploring the ruins the other day, I got my hands on some sort of card. It was an unusual design emblazoned on it, like some old spirit or deity. A card, you say? May I see it? This, as I thought, is a guardian card. Sealed within is the power to see one's lyrics and many ancient spirits. Oh, sounds like I may have stumbled upon something good. So pray tell, what are these cards? Gods, angels, spirits, watchers, take your pick. We have a tradition surrounding these guardians here in Ladell Lakes region. When a baby is born, it is taken the spirit of the sanctum to be baptized if used the power of a guardian. Okay, so as opposed, what purpose does that serve exactly? Well, they say that the person's abilities, deposition, are decided upon the star of destiny at the very moment of birth. Physical stamina, magical efficiency, or proficiency rather, personal fortune, and weapon mastery are all determined largely by the heavens. Of course, anyone can learn these things, though practice and growth is impossible to deny that inherent talents exist and vary from person to person. So we borrow the mystic power of the guardians to help compensate for our shortcomings, augment our natural facade, or fallacies, you could say. Interesting. Seems like I've learned something today. Something potentially adventurous, I might add. Probably not as adventurous as you may like it to be, I'm afraid. You see, a Guardian's bond lasts a lifetime, and it's not something you could just trade up. Once it's in, it's in. Only one. It ain't coming out, and that's when new mothers get all tizzy when it comes to time to pick out a guardian for their baby. I see, so a guardian's card is all I got useful for newborns and mothers to be, huh? Doesn't sound like quite what I find I was hoping for. Nope. Don't expect you to get much money for it. There's only one lady and newborn here in Lairbricks, and she's already made her decision. Sorry to disappoint. So there's a guardian sealed within this card, huh? Only if I could use its powers for myself. It'd make my job a lot easier. Well now, if it ain't of night, don't see many of your kind anymore. Here to explore the ruins? It may interest you to know that there's a brand new set of them right here in town, discovered by yours truly just the other day. Started digging in the foundation for a new storehouse, then suddenly the ground gave way, and there they were. Needless to say, it was quite a surprise. I mean, there were a lot of ruins on Harak Island, but it's pretty absurd to discover new ones right under the town. Pretty crazy, huh? We were afraid the kids might get in, so the area's been all locked up at the moment. But the priestess at the Spirit Sanctum's got the key, if you're interested. The ruins on the east side of town, and the Spirit Sanctum's opposite of them, on the west side. Tell later Linus that Spence sent you. Thank you. I ain't seen you around these parts before. You a tourist or a treasure hunter, or maybe digging up the ruins. Either way, you're out of luck. Back in the town's closed up tight right now. Nobody's getting in or out on account of the murder. Seems like some fellow got himself killed in the Clover ruins just out past the North Gate. Just happened, too. I guess you best make most of it and amuse yourself here in town until the whole thing blows over. Alright. So I was going the right way with the lady here in the sanctum, but I was obviously thinking the wrong order. You're supposed to go to the shop first, then you talk to her. I was literally in my head. I was like remembering the steps, and then I just went boop. You went and entered the back alley ruins. Why would you have to decide to do that? So it was Spence. That man is quite troublesome at times. Very well then. You may enter, but be warned, the monsters have made their home inside. Please be sure you're well equipped before setting foot in the ruins. Allow me to give you the key to access the area. Ladis gave you the key to the back alley ruins. Knights such as yourself have gone off seeking Castle Strange Rock and never came back. As you proceed within the ruins, you may choose chance upon these who don't return. Do be careful. Okay. Use the back alley ruins key. Alright, and this is how we technically get started into the game here. Game's really cool though in terms of like combat. Like it's a little bit slower than your usual Ys acquired a key. About the keys. As expected, keys can be used to open locked doors. Each key may be only used once. However, it's pretty highly recommended to keep a stockpile of them on hand at all times. Keys can be purchased from the Kuro shop in town, but their cost varies on the occurrence of supply and demand. In other words, the more keys you buy, the more likely you have to pay for them next time around. There's a way to keep the keys down. However, just remember, if you can help the shopkeeper acquire materials needed to make more keys, and supply and demand will equal out. Okay, so I gotta pretty much make sure that guy is well stocked forever. The 2 bats. Combat. When enemies within range of your attack, a circle will be displayed on the health underneath it. If you use your mouse, using the mouse as your primary means of control, position your cursor within the circle and left click to swing your weapon. Whenever it's possible, I recommend you try enemies. Okay, yada yada yada. There you go. Some gold. Some more golds. Not for the key. But yeah, game itself is so good. Got ourselves a shaman, I think. Each and every weapon in the game has a unique skill within it. Seal, the dagger you're currently wielding, for example, houses a skill called Thrust. Okay. Okay, get the idea. Okay. Okay, let's go here and get our stamina back up. Get used to the settings again here. Let me see. The heck? Ah! Ah! I keep hitting A, that's not how you... Okay. Ironically, it's really easy, too, to kind of play this game, because you have so many different options as well. So if you want to play this like your usual dungeon crawler like Diablo, you can, and it actually turns out pretty good, too. Like, it's not a bad exchange. However, I can't attack at the moment. I think I ran out of stamina. How do we get... I gotta look for some more stamina somewhere. Yep, I have to buy some more stamina potions. I was like, one of the dangers of this game is like you have to be very careful how you use your stamina in this one. Okay, we have 31 gold, so not enough for anything. A spell book. Needle, fireball, ice, thunder. Okay. Alright, so much I needed. So about 700 gold in total for all the spells. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Apparently some rooms are confirmed entrance to the back alley. I'll talk about passage as well, I thought. There you go. There you go. The thing about this too is I gotta train my brain to press X as opposed to A. Though A would probably be a lot better of a command. Because the way these controls are set up in this game are just funky as hell. I mean, they work. Like, they're not bad controls. It's just my brain has to get, you know, programmed to do it. Shit, what was the button to recover stamina? Did I sit here and wait? I totally forgot. Okay, I'm not trying to... Okay. Yeah, it's so bizarre. Yeah, it should be... Let's see. Yeah, that is so weird. I'm trying to attack right now and it won't let me attack. I can keep the bats at bay like this for now until I find the key. Pardon me. Yeah, that is such a weird thing. I should be attacking. Yeah, I should be actually attacking right now. Try it this way. Oh. I guess we use this opportunity to farm a little bit. Because enemies do respawn if you leave and come back in the rooms. Nope, this was an older game, like it came out originally on the N-Gage, and then it eventually got ported over to PC. So this was actually one of the more original N-Gage games. Yeah. The N-Gage? Oh, that's the handheld video game phone that came out a long time ago. Like, it was a handheld that was supposed to be like this gaming phone. Oh, no. Well, then fine. Shit, I thought you were genuinely asking. The last time I make you damn blueberry muffins. Get all this sass. Okay, though, I would make you blueberry muffins. And cranberry muffins. Those are good. Ah, stop it with the oldness. You're still 21. How the heck do they expect us to progress? I would love to get a hold of an N gauge at some point in the future. Like, them things are just cool. At the time, I couldn't have, like, my folks and me could just simply couldn't afford those things. They're fucking expensive, like, for the, data rates and all that. Nowadays, you could just set one up and all that, but it's honestly, they're going for a little pretty penny nowadays because they're just a collector's item. Because you can still play games off the thing, no problem, as long as you have the games for it. There we go. Camera control. As a game insults our intelligence. $20 golds. There we go. And we have 100. I think now we can actually go get that spell. Because either way, this part of the game's a little bit grindy. Like, it's not incredibly grindy, but it's kind of grindy. Because they have you constantly going over and doing this and doing that. There we go. Now I need 100 gold for the needle spell. Bought a couple extra keys so we can unlock all the doors. And then at that point, it's just repetition. Finding certain enemies and attacking them constantly, leveling up. Grind, grind, grind. No, I didn't want to see it. Okay, wooden crates. Rope. There we go, got ourselves a rope. Bone. What's so special about monster bones anyway? Perhaps you can take them to the curio shop. Those are used to make keys. Level up a da. When you level up, you also get bonus points. There are many types of stats you can increase in the Spirit Sanctum. There you go. Well, there you go. There we go. Got one of the crowns. Crown of Zagreus. One of the 10 Commandments. I couldn't even read what the hell that was. Tabula Aries. Oh! Though this is the night I saw your silhouette and wondered what matter of creatures lurking in this place like this. Okay. Though as your blade is not as adorned as your freer belt, you show promise, Sir Knight, but you lack finesse. You seem hesitant, unsure, or perhaps just lost. You cannot hope to stand within the great dove rock with such a weak resolve. Prepare yourself. At the least, I shall end your life with honor, and preserve your dignity as a knight. That was a fair fight, sir. I know claim was rightfully mine. I regret my actions left you, but you left me with no little choice. I'm afraid your life was forfeit. You have fought too far in, your wounds are too severe for any prospect of reserve. I bid you a final farewell, as I must take my leave. May you have better fortune in the next life. What an asshole. No, can't be happening. Sniff. It's just not fair. It's so cruel. Why? Why did this have to happen? Dotaro, please, Lady Wells, must be some absolute silence. Yes, the healing ritual will be nullified. Forgive me, please. Please continue. Let us see. These wounds tell a tale of a considerable skill. His opponent was far more than his match, it seems. But fortune smiles upon him, for it was a small measure. His swift arrival here was just cheated death its due. Any further delay would have seen this passing through the eternal halls, and he would not have been able to return. I cannot fathom what manner of brute would have struck down the others rightfully so, but could this be the work of that rogue swordsman the townsfolk speak of? Perhaps, but this is all conjecture. At this stage, we shall let the victim identify the culprit himself. As I come back to, I don't snitch. Hey, I'm my robe. Oh, Dintaro? Thank the fates you've come back to us. When you didn't return, I grew worried and begged the aid of the townspeople to search for you. They found you in the back alley ruins. Your wounds were almost grievous, and I thought I'd lost you. I'm so glad you are alive. Brave Sir Knight. Tis Lys, the priestess of the sanctum. I must advise you of your predicament, though you may continue resting as I do so. Wait, stop! Don't sit up! There's no time for concern with manners. You dolt. You are injured. You must take care or... Lady Wells is correct. Your wounds are quite severe, more so than you may realize. Sir Knight, heed me well. I have performed all the rituals I know and forestalled any immediate danger to your life. But unfortunately, your wounds are more near mortal, and the situation still quite dire. It truly pains me to tell you this. You have lost so much of your mobility, Sir Knight. Regrettably, you'll never be able to swing a sword again. If you should push to overcome this weakness, you will die. Strength cannot best this foe. I never meant for this to happen. I'm so sorry, Dantaro. I just wanted to raise your spirits. I'd hoped this journey would give you new purpose. Never thought something like this. There may be another way. Another way? The two of you come to the Heritage to reveal the mysteries of the castle Strange Rock, have you not? I assume, then, if you hear tell of the legendary sword Dragon Slayer, that it is said that the sword is imbued with an unearthly light, bright as 1,000 torches. And they who bears it will be granted unconditional victory and unimagined victory for all time. With the sword's protection, its former owner is even rumored to have vanquished the evil Dragon Lord. You can't mean... I indeed do. If Sir Knight should successfully acquire this Dragon Slayer, I believe his body should be fully restored. Truly, even if there's a chance, I do believe that even my power to find this castle Strange Rock. I'm afraid it is not quite so simple. This task Sir Knight must perform alone. You see, the Dragon Slayer chooses its bearer, and it is a bearer alone that reaps its benefits. If that is you, Lady Wells, then nothing will come of it. What? How could a sword be so fickle? And how is it a man such state posed to acquire it? Sir Knight, you may overcome your limitations with the divine blessings of a guardian. I shall introduce within you the guardian's power, so that you may fight as before. A guardian, as in one of the land's deities? Is such a thing even possible for an outsider? Ordinarily, no. Guardians are typically introduced at birth, as fully grown bodies tend to reject the process. But there is no ordinary circumstance. Sir Knight seems the gates of the abyss and lived to tell the tale. He stands at the crossroads between life and death, existence and non-existence. It is truly a miracle that he yet draws breath, and in every way it is exactly where if he were born anew. So you're saying it will work? Exactly. In his present state, I believe Sir Knight is capable of accepting a guardian within him. and I am able to perform the infusion. Taro, this is great news. If you do this, you can seek the sword. Damn right. And is better than the alternative, is it not? Dintaro? It seems like Sir Knight's resolve has weakened. His heart is troubled and his will shaken. His spirit still shines, however. It is fresh and pure, cleansed from his return from his earthly plane. Brave, tormented Sir Knight, forgive my imprudence, but I beg you to consider these next words carefully. You take pride to live in this era, do you not? Despite to see before me now, I cannot accept the man that such as you would limit to his fate. A stern and stoic man. A man who bears a destiny such a larger and greater than my own. Truly you are a courageous individual. But you have been gifted life of a knight in a time of great challenge for that order. You are proud of who you are, yet conflicted. You know not what your destiny may be. Why a knight in this ignoble day and age? What reason is there for clinging to this life? You must search within yourself for the answer, and if you cannot find it, all is lost. It is imperative that you reclaim your honor as a knight, even if only to validate your existence. You owe yourself this opportunity, and truly that epic nature of this quest befits your struggle. I trust you have reached a verdict then. Time is of the essence, and we must begin immediately. As a priestess of this sanctum, I shall commence the ceremonies of baptism and communion. Lady Wells, your assistance will be greatly appreciated. Oh, of course, anything I can do. Wham! Blam it, doors! God damn it, how you doing? Hope you're doing well today. On this awesome Saturday afternoon. Hello, nurse. Oh, I'll accept that guardian, all right. Oh, thank you, Doors. Thank you. Saplit is now part of you. The Guardian Saplit enhances your physical stamina. While bound to you, your maximum HP is increased. She's a cutie. Thus more difficult than expected, but the introduction is complete. Dantro, I'm so relieved. I'm so glad that you're back to normal. I don't know what I would have done. Oh, there you go. Yeah, this one right here is pretty good. It was like one of those few titles, I think, when the Dragon Slayer series kind of stopped for a little while and then kind of came back. They kind of introduced it here and there on different platforms, but like when it came out originally in the N-Gage, I tried it out because I was curious. And my buddy had it, and I was like, oh, sweet. So I tried it on his N-Gage, and I was like, wow, this is actually really fucking good. Especially on a phone. Like, it was crazy at the time when this came out. And so he had a copy of it. I tried it for like half an hour during lunch, and granted, his phone didn't have much of a charge left, so he was kind of mad at me, but... Dude, I said for 5 minutes, you took 30, and I was like, I'm sorry. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. And then it came out and on Steam. I forgot what year it came out on Steam, but it was pretty cool. Sir Knight, one very important detail yet remains. Guardians are infused at birth to give an indelible bond with their hosts. They cannot be readily separated. But your case is unique because you bear the mark of one who has been seen death. The Guardian's bond is more attentive. What are you saying? What does that mean for him? In this particular instance, this means the Guardian's bond with a certain knight may be very easily broken. Even when a Guardian's infused at birth, it is their nature to separate from their hosts when they perceive death. But within the Sir Knight's body, death is omnipresent. And when such environs, who to say what the Guardian will react? Poor Dintaro. I thought our worries were over, but things have just gotten more complicated. I can only imagine how you must feel. The situation is complicated indeed. That is why locating a sacred sword is one of the most utmost urgency. The fragility of this bond may be actually been boon to Sir Knight, however. Salfede's impious hold should grant him the option of re-infusion. Re-infusion, as in he can exchange guardians? I would never imagined such a thing would be possible. How could he truly survive that? I am confident that he could. It is a typical procedure and but safe under these conditions. If done properly, it should allow him to benefit from the blessings of many different guardians as a situation demands. How extraordinary. Pity such a thing was only possible because of the unfortunate circumstances. Sprinkled about this land are countless guardians, lost to the march of time. If you should inquire when these blessings may be benefit, bring to me the card within the spirit sealed. I'll gladly perform the ritual and to bind you anew. Now then, the hour grows late, and you have been through a great ordeal, Sir Knight. I bid you a good night, and I shall see what to you that you're safely escorted back to your room at the inn. Rest well. If you are still weak, should you need me, I will be here. Oh, there you go. As Deitaro took his leave of the spirit sanctum, his body and mind still adjusting to the turbulent course of his life had taken. He no doubt recalled the days of his youth and the sudden loss of both his parents to war. Orphaned in an instant, he swore that he would help forge a new era, a better era, free of the ravages of war. And so he had pledged himself to knighthood. It was there he had met the truest of comrades, a friend whose will and ambition perfectly mirrored his own. That man was Marcus Farnvel, the gallant young leader of the North Sea Cavaliers. As far as Deitaro was concerned, the Marquis was not only malevolent, valiant, and respectful leader, but also a true companion and confidant. And his admiration and loyalty was a sentiment shared by many. For Marcus, Farrell's influence his charm, whereas I'm going to call him MF, because I can't ever say his name right. Charm were a thing of legend, outspoken and fearless. M would preach of purity and justice, inspiring younger knights to flock to his banner in droves. But even such a noble ideology would not withstand the inexorable tide of the political change. The Prime Minister Zoridus declared war on the knights, ordering all the crusading factions to disband immediately. The North Sea Cavaliers were no exception. Deitaro was ready and willing to challenge this decree and at his side until the bitter end, but the Marquis refused to let his friend follow his fate. If the Cavaliers were continuing the fighting, they would be under your charge. They are mine no longer. It was the Marquis' reply. He had chosen to follow his ideals to the gallows where they led. And with those words, the two never spoke again, their friendship gone quickly, and it had formed. To Deitaro, Marquis became a symbol of life worth living and a future worth fighting for. He was a very embodiment of the principles held most dear by the North Sea Cavaliers. For such a man had lived his life's work undone and die that the others might live in a new era that he believed would come to pass. It seemed clear that MF had not stunted aside his duty, but embraced it. As he tells it, Deitaro had not come to his realization himself until quite some time after he left the field of battle, but his friend had gone and knights had scattered. His faith in their cause was shaken, and he was metaphorically cast adrift. It was only when he found himself literally adrift aboard a small boat in a certain misty lake he had begun to understand the merit of his values, and commenced his search for the new lot on life. This game is so pretty. So while you've been resting, I've been doing a bit of research and think I found something. Could produce from her bag the tablets you had found in the ruins. These tablet from the ruins, said Taro. You had these on you when you were found. I hope you don't mind I looked them over. They are quite old. The lettering carved into them is no longer used. It has been for a very long time. Thus, considered a sacred script of sorts, and one used exclusively by the library of Xanadu Kingdom. Have you heard of Xanadu, no? The troubadours often sing of it. Songstress Sandra downstairs seems to have embarred about it, tongue-tied, enamored with it, in fact. Scholars tell that this once quite a prosperous kingdom. Some even call it the paradise on earth. It never stood over 1,000 years. It would seem that all the ruins here are in some way related to this Xanadu kingdom. I'm willing to bet the Castle of Strange Rock has some connection as well. If you find any other statues or tablets like these, you're sure to bring them to me for translation, okay? They're exactly the kind of things we're looking for, and they're the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the Harlech Island. And through time, I can easily decipher each and every one you show me. Speaking of which, I've actually translated these particular tablet where you were resting. If you were interested in reading my notes, just let me know. Dintaro. I'll do whatever I can to help you. Please find the sacred sword, find the Dragon Slayer, okay? I'm gonna rest. You feel rested and refreshed. I don't know why I oversaved that one. To the inheritors of history. I tell of my homeland founded by the great Calibri Khan and proclaimed by Eden for by all who behold its fair vistas, its name Xanadu. Here the songs of the birds sing out, the flowers are always in bloom, and the light of the sun doth shine warmly upon all the land. Truly Xanadu is a place of beauty and peace. However, it is not my intent to extol the glory of this countryside herein. Rather, the duty that falls upon me that this minute in fact, than to make accurate record of the history that's befallen us. To even such a place as Xanadu, for every light that burns pure, a shadow also cast. To those who shall inherit and succeed our history, I beg you to read this account carefully and with an open mind. I must regrettably chronicle what twice did our paths cross with hideous calamity, with unimaginable horror. The devil Galsus, he who rules the world of the nothingness, he who brings forth the apparitions to defile us. At his hands, the ideals of our just and righteous community had turned to ashes, and our Eden became a land governed just by lust and vice. As we stand now, however, we have overcome those tribulations and reestablished a prosperity befitting Xanadu. We owe our gratitude for this one good fortune and to the heroes and wise men of the past who drove the devil from our land. The first invasion of Galsus was thwarted by a valiant youth who bore the sacred sword and lent our aid to his liege King Galdrin, and guided by one of the star's light. The second invasion of Galsus was repelled by a beautiful and valiant princess who carried with her the self-same sword. Both of these figures since then have been recorded to the highest honors of the annals of history. Light coexists with shadow, and so must the tales of Xanadu's clamorous past coexist with those of its heroes. If we are to remember the trials that we have faced, thus important that we also remember the means through which we were overcome. The paraphrasing or the phrasing suggests it is written historian from the ancient Xanadu. It's really a remarkable find. If its contents are accurate, that means Xanadu was visited by some sort of demon not once but twice. And the sacred sword can only assume the dragon slayer itself. I am not familiar with the legendary hero of the princess historians writes of, but however, I wonder who they were. Agent Tora, if you find this very exciting, just don't doesn't just give you the shivers. However, I hear that these grand tales of old, I've always think about the people who lived in those times, the people who got caught up in it all. I always imagine, what if we were them? Sorry, I got a bit caught up and it was all for a moment. Before you go, I have something to give you. Believe it or not, it's actually made you lunch. After all you've been through, least I can do. Surprise, I started cooking lessons from Akut. I'm not very good just yet, but I've attempted to give it everything I got. So expect a lot of my special made lunches from here on out. If it goes well, they'll be sure to get better and better with each one. I hope you're looking forward to it. And there we go. We got 91 golds. I can tell this game's gonna knock out my throat as well. The more and more I play it, my throat's gonna be like, ugh. Well now, welcome. What do we have here? I suppose you'd be a knight or something? The night hunt might be over, but I still wouldn't recommend a walk around here in that getup. At least some loyalists will snatch you out and get you thrown in jail. Ain't some custom though. You're a real deal, aren't you? More seeds, if I'm not mistaken. You got some damn well last year kind out there. One of the Fessel's men, no? Poor bastard got publicly executed. He and the rest of you all helped so much in the Leyland's early days. What makes you think you get? All your honor? Property? All land is taken? And your lead is killed? Makes me sick thinking about it. MF was a good, honest man, and the OC's used to be the best. Well, you ain't got a thing to worry about with me. I won't tell anyone who you are. Don't think anyone here will turn you in either. Still, you best find yourself a new job and get as far away from knighthood as you can. Soldier, mercenary, take whatever you can. Never look back. Examine them wares. Okay. Okay, looking at what we got here. And nothing I can afford. That moment when I just realized he de-equipped it everything. Buying spell books alone will make you a mage. You need to read the books to make good use of the spells. Okay. I keep doing it. Using my cursor, it'll make it easier. There we go. Buy a couple keys. There you go. As you can see over here, it makes it a lot easier to afford that. So I remember the bones to a T. try to go down here back into this ruin and explore a little bit more. Always get the farm. I knew this was gonna be a freaking battle. Combat, no, this is pretty satisfying. So some of the enemies in this game get freaking trolly as hell. Like, there's a couple of them in here that like poison you, curse you, and all that. It's very similar to like Might and Magic and a few other games. There's some enemies here. Oh, that corner. There you go. Got an extra bone. Jumping. Oops. Spellbook. Whirlwind. Awesome. Okay. So 666. Any more things we need to look for here? Nope. Yep, this game though does have an accurate cast of being a Souls-like. Okay, we're coming out the wrong way. Or it's not completely Souls-like. You're not gonna have like, you know, you rolling and dodging and all that crap like you're, you know, having poise and stuff of that nature. It's okay. I think it was 1 point to this. 1 point to that. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, so those all have to be that. That, and then we'll put a point into that. Hit accept. Broth jerkin is that much. Luckily, a lot of the stuff you do get from like the kind of just exploring. We'll buy the cap, though. That's cheap. Get a rebate a little bit. We need to save up for about 200. I keep pressing I like that's going to bring up the menu. Ah. There. We talked to... was that person at? Oh no! If you hear about there's a hidden item way in dungeon somewhere and lets you smash walls and boulders, there's probably tons of cool things secret all the way in this little island. Oh, yep. Sorry, employees are back here. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot to equip the thingies. I just looked up there just now and saw. Plunder. Okay. I mean, I'll take that passive though. That's pretty cool. Okay. I keep doing it. Keep hitting number 3. Boy. If you're going outside, be sure to take care. Route ain't marked. Pretty daunting, but if you don't lose your head, just pushing on, you be sure, fine. Be sure you don't get carried away. Think you're in trouble, just come right back to town. No sense of dying young. Okay. Now we may leave. It's like a time just stopped, capturing the most powerful life expression. It looks so real, like she could have awakened at any moment. The relics of Xanadu like this will fetch a pretty price. If I had some way to take it back with me, anyway. Who goes there? Ah! Ow, ow, ow! Don't surprise me like that. Wait, aren't you a knight? Aren't you as splendid looking? The name is Arjeans. I'm a treasure hunter. What's with that look? Not everyone has the luxury of being as honorable or as noble as you know. The world just ain't a fair place, after all. So what brings a splendid knight like yourself to a place like this? Castle Strange Rock? Again with the grand tales. You'll need more than just a sword to reach that place. After all, just getting through these ruins is hard to even summon my talents. Like right now, there's this troublesome door that just can't open without the key. That door with the giant round hole, just how do you open that darn thing? I suspect you'd need some place within there, but what? One second. Sorry, family aggro. They could be a gazillion miles away and they're still aggro. Holy crap. I'm trying to play the game and she keeps buzzing me. Like, usually I silence my phone like that for that reason, but god damn. Neil's pretty OP. Alright. Like, that spell is just crazy strong. Man, if I do like a routine of this area, I could probably level up pretty fast. We already dinged and we're almost ready to level again. Yeah, alright, so I see a good route for the most part. And the route, when I'm talking about routes here, by the way, too, it's mostly when I find a area I run through to find experience points or farm loot or whatever else. Ah, shoot. I'll take the money. Loss. It's my own fault for getting too greedy. That's why I should have just ran right back to town and then just, try to be Mr. Greedy Gredienson over here. That was my own punishment. Dang, these archers can block or deflect really easily. They can't block out the magic though. Okay, a little bit of a tactical retreat. Okay. I love that too. I can just go back up to that column and just rinse and repeat with that, so it's going to make it a lot easier too to farm. I'm going to have to invest some stats into some strength so we can break past that 1 damage there. Level up it up. Okay, so these guys can hit a hit though. They're weak as shit against magic. Yeah, they're very weak against magic, but boy, if you try hitting them with a sword, they can take that punch in the cheek. All right. Also, I'm going to take a break, or rather, I'll be taking a break here for a moment just to feed my doggo. She's, needs to be fed. I'm going to be feeding her with some dry and some wet. She's probably safe here. Ah, I keep doing that. There we go. Oh, no, what am I doing? I need to go to talk to the sanctum here to get my stuff leveled up. Or put some more points respectively into the slots. Okay, let's just use the cursor to make it easier. Very easy peasy. Again, for those who are like, you know, PC purists, you can use the mouse perfectly well in this as well, because I'm using the scroll wheel here. And you can move your character around like this. And in order to attack, there's also a little circle that's usually around enemies. You just click on that, and you can attack them that way as well. So if you're a pure keyboard and mouse, you know, pinkies up kind of thing there, it's completely accessible that way as well. If you like gamepad or prefer gamepad, the gamepad works fine. You just got to get yourself used to how the controls set up. Because in confirm in this game, you have to press the X button where the Xbox controller would usually be, and then A to usually confirm some points. It's a little weird at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. There we go. There's a damage. There it be. Now we're hitting for 13. I'm trying to remember if we actually have a can of dog food open up in the refrigerator. Let's see. Skill get. Okay, let's check out. What skill do we get? I get no dang skill. Got me all excited. Like, you got a skill. I was like, oh boy. Christmas for everybody. The game's all fibbing. It was like, nah, you ain't get no skill. What are you talking about? Holy crap. The hell am I swinging at? Guardian is improved by level. Nothing happens. Okay, got some good cash so far, almost up to 500. Okay, now I see. Didn't see the other signs in there. Big, strong ghost. They're very hidden in that water. I have no idea what the hell that was. Memoirs, reflection obtained. Ooh, there you go. Got a chest. Acquired the Guardian card, Damakazi. Aw, that is so Demon-Catsy. Okay, I get you. That is so cute. The Guardian allows you to use skills more often. The maximum skill is increased by while bearing this. That was really cute. I mean, it looks like if we leave a certain amount of cubes in the distance, too, we can actually keep going, hypothetically. Or rather, zones. Yeah, I'll keep getting those visual shots, that's fine. Okay. This is going to be interesting, too. I'm not too keen on the smell of dog food. Alright, so what we are going to do is take a quick break,